welcome back to my channel and another swatch and review. Today I have for you the Orly Summer 2023 Colorpass. This one is the Great Escape. So before we get into any of that, if you're not aware of what Colorpass is, this is a quarterly box that you can either get in a one-year subscription or you can buy each quarter as it comes up. The year-long subscription is $119 for the 4 boxes, or if you buy them individually, I believe they are $36. I personally do the full year subscription, but I also receive the full collection in PR from Orly. So this one I got in PR, this one I bought, so I got two of them. The reason I prefer the year-long sub to the individual boxes is that you do save a little bit of money doing it like that, even though you have to pay all the money up front. You're saving $25 overall, and if you do the year-long subscription compared to MSRP, you are saving $109 if you bought all these individually. So that is a pretty good savings. This is great as a gift for somebody who maybe doesn't have a huge collection and you want to kind of gift them through the year, or as somebody who's just a huge Orly fan, that would be great for you as well. I love Orly. I really love their bottles. They have the biggest bottles in the mainstream market as far as I'm aware. They have great brushes, great color selection. So I love Orly Colorpass. The only downside to the Colorpass is you can't skip boxes, which makes sense. It's a quarterly thing. You know, skipping would just, I feel like it would cause a chaos at the warehouse. And you don't get to see the boxes before they ship. So you don't know what you're getting until it's shipping time. So if you don't like surprises, this one might not be the one for you. You might want to just skip out on the subscription and wait until you see a review from, you know, someone like me. And then you can kind of make your decision based off of that review if you want to buy that box. You also get a couple of bonus extras, which for this quarter, we got 2 bonus extras. We got a 9 milliliter bottle of their Polish Shield top coat and a small sheet of stickers. And we will talk more about my feelings on these at the end. So let me show you the live swatches. I have full hand swatches as well. And then at the end, we'll get into some of my feelings and emotions and thoughts surrounding this collection, as well as the bonus extras. And let's do it. So up first, we have the brighter of the 2 reds in this collection, and this one is called Embrace the Danger. It's kind of one of those like fiery orangey reds, and you can see in all of the metallic shimmer swatches that I do, I'm trying to be cautious to show being careful when you're swatching something like this or painting your nails with something like this, how to keep those brush strokes from showing up so much. And on this one, you can kind of see them as you are painting, but they're not too bad. And they don't show up too much on the nail with this color. For Follow the Map, which is the kind of duller or cooler toned red that is red. Can that be cool toned? I guess I don't know. It's like the pinkier or duskier version of the previous one. This one I found the brush strokes were pretty similar, although a little bit more apparent than the first one. And here is the full hand swatch. Those also dried down pretty decently. Then we have On a Whim. This is kind of a slimy yellow green. I found that this one was the thinner of the 2 creams that come in this. You can see it kind of shows a lot of patchiness on that first coat. On the second coat, with careful application, there's no issue. But if you aren't careful, you might have a few bald patches here and there just due to the thinner nature of the polish. This is Close Call, and this is my favorite color of the 6. Unfortunately, just not in a finish that I love. I struggled with this one quite a bit. As you can see, quite streaky, and then it just starts to bubble. And I always have this problem with the Orly Metallics. There's always 1 or 2. They just kind of start to erupt with bubbles, and you can see those bubbles in my swatch photo even. This is Off the Grid. This is a beautiful blue cream. This, I will show you later, is very similar to the Moonshine Manny Pacific Blue dupe. It's kind of that blue screen of death blue that I really enjoy. I definitely have a lot of iterations of this color in my collection already. I think it's a pretty common color, so if you don't already have this, you might want to pick this up. But like I said, I feel like it's kind of a staple. And then we have Lost Treasure, which is also one of those metallic shimmers. This one is probably the streakiest of all of them. It didn't have the bubbling issue that I had with the other one, but, well, maybe it had a few bubbles. But I feel like in my swatch photo, they didn't dry down bubbly, but it does look super, super streaky in person. And I just don't love that look. So, what do you guys think of this collection? When I saw the photos of the box online and these little like droplets here, I knew that this was going to go one of two ways for me, because I love Orly shimmers with a passion, but I do not like Orly metallic shimmers like at all. I don't think there's a single one that I've really enjoyed. And unfortunately, I was fairly sure that that's what these was the metallic shimmers, and I was right. They are the metallic shimmers. So not my favorite formula, or really a formula that I jive with at all. Quality-wise, nothing is wrong with the polishes. There's no issue with them. It's just a personal preference as far as finish goes. But quality-wise, these are on par with Orly quality. Metallic shimmers from Orly can be notoriously streaky to work with, and I do find that some of them kind of have this weird bubbling effect. It might be the temperature where I'm at, I'm not sure, but I do struggle to work with these, and I feel like I'm a nail polish veteran. I've been around nail polish long enough to know how to work with it, but even for me, it is not always easy to get the most uniform look to them, just because of that metallic kind of layered look that kind of comes from these. The one in particular that I found I struggled with the most is Close Call, which is this kind of like aqua teal color. It just did that weird bubbly thing where I don't know how to fix it. I'm not sure what's going on. I didn't really have that with any of the other polishes, but this one, which is unfortunate because this is my favorite color out of all of them. And then while it wasn't really an issue, I did find that on a whim, this kind of slimy green was a little bit on the thinner side. 2 coats was enough for opacity, but there were a couple parts where I was like, it could use a third, but only in this very minuscule spot. So maybe with a little bit more of a careful application, I wouldn't have that issue. But on my nail length, it looked fine. It's just if I'm being picky, you know what I mean? So the name of the collection itself, like I said, it's Great Escape, and all the names kind of have this travel-esque feeling to them. We have Embrace Danger, Follow the Map, On a Whim, Close Call, Off the Grid, and Lost Treasure. So it's kind of like going on a trip, going on an adventure, kind of spur of the moment kind of thing, which I feel like is a great theme for a summer collection. I have never in my life done anything spur of the moment or really on a whim that was significant, because that sounds scary. I just am a very big planner. I would love to go on a whim trip, but I don't think that I have it in me to do it. Maybe someday. For some reason, the second I saw this title and like the colors and stuff like that, literally all I could think of was that one Boys Like Girls song called The Great Escape that was really popular like my senior year of high school and was on the radio like 9 times a day. So it's just been for half a month just on loop in my head over and over and over again, and I just want it to stop. So I know I said I didn't really love the finishes, but as far as the color scheme goes, I mean, this is a good summer color scheme. It's pretty primary, I say as if I know anything about colors. It's, you know, it's got that rainbow-esque vision to it. We got a yellowy green and blue and red. Like, I feel like it looks like a rainbow to me, just missing a couple colors, which is kind of Orly's whole thing. They usually do 6-piece rainbow-esque or rainbow-adjacent type of collections. It's hard to mess up a rainbow, in my opinion. So I feel like the color scheme itself is quite nice. But again, it's just that finish that just, it kills it for me, you know? I like the 2 creams. The 2 creams are fine. I like these colors. And I wish that this was a regular shimmer and not metallic, because I love the color. It's a dud for me. This is a dud for me. I had hoped when I got them into my hands I would feel a little bit differently, but it's not the case. However, you know what? They can't all be winners. And this one is, it's not great for me, but I also don't hate it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, I wouldn't have picked this up, but I don't feel like visceral towards it in the way that I did for that one winter collection that came with the hair clip. That one I was like enraged about for some reason. This one I'm just like, you know, I get that metallic-y kind of look is in right now, and so I don't think that I can speak too strongly and harshly against it because I know that's just what's popular, but it's just not for me. If you wanted me to pick a favorite, if you were demanding that I pick a favorite, it would be close call because I do love this color, even though this polish was the hardest one for me to work with. It's like, if you could recommend me other polishes in this color in other finishes, would love that for me. This is so, I'm just so into this color right now. Like, I just got from Polish Pickup this blue, like, see, I just am into this right now. That's what I want. That's what I want to wear. So yeah, recommend me other colors in different or other polishes in this color, but not this finish, please. Please, please, please. Oh, I did have a very specific request from someone on Instagram, and they wanted to know, how does Off the Grid from the new Orly collection compare to Moonshine Manis in the Pacific, which is her Pacific Blue dupe? And as you can see, they are incredibly similar. I would say that the Orly is like a touch dustier than the Moonshine Mani, but they are so close that you do not need both. I say as I hold up both. You don't need both. Hey, look, they kind of match my hoodie. That I just don't think you need both of them. So if you already have, if you got Colorpass and you already have this one and you were considering getting the Moonshine Mani, you don't need it. Just use the Orly. It's fine. Now, let's talk about the bonus extras because I have a feeling about one of them specifically. So they sent these little stickers, which I have a little close up. And this sheet, like, just for reference, this is my hand. This is how big the sheet is. Not very big. And at first I was just like, whatever, like, it's fine. It's just a bonus extra. The stickers are cute enough. They're not like super like unique or interesting. They're very summery. There's like a popsicle, beach ball, like kind of beachy stuff. Not my vibe, but I was like, okay, cute, whatever, stickers. I love stickers. But when you get this card and it has information on it about the collection and it tells you the MSRP of everything, including the bonus items, and I just want you to guess. I just want you to take a little goosey gander and think about, how much do you think this sticker sheet costs? What is the MSRP for this sticker sheet? Did you guess? Was your guess $7.50? Because that wouldn't have been my guess. And I did like a double take. I was like, I'm sorry, $7.50? Like, I went up to my boyfriend who doesn't understand how money works at all. He's very much the, how much could a banana cost, Michael? $10 kind of meme from Arrested Development. Like, his concept of expensive and it's not normal. Like, he thinks anything less than $100 is cheap. So like, he has no concept of money. All right, I just want to make sure everybody knows that. And I showed him this and told him how much it costs. And even he was like, that's expensive, right? And I was like, yes, thank you. You're understanding money finally. At 32 years old, you get it. I'm just kidding. I mean, he understands money. He just doesn't think that anything under $100 is expensive, which is weird to me because anything more than $10 is expensive to me. But yeah, $7.50. And like, just for reference, like, there's 42 stickers on that sheet because I counted them. There's 42. So that sounds like it's like a decent amount, right? And that's a decent amount of stickers, blah, 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 whatever, Hillary. Why are you complaining? I'm going to show you why I'm complaining. You guys have certainly heard me talk about the brand Deco Miami, and they sell nail polish, but I buy their sticker sheets, and their sticker sheets are $10, so they're a little bit more expensive. They do have sales here and there, and they end up being like $7 or $8 for a full sheet. And their full sheet of stickers is, in my opinion, quite large. Look how tightly packed they are on there and the size. And I just, like, their stickers are just more compelling and interesting. Like, look at there's like over 100. There's got to be, on some of these sticker sheets, I think there's over 200 stickers. Like, just buy Deco Miami stickers. Don't, if Orly starts selling stickers for $7.50 on a sheet this big, don't buy these because it's not worth it in my opinion. I was definitely shooketh by that. The other item we got, like I said, was a top coat. This one is called Polish Shield, and it says it's the all-in-one ultimate top coat. And I was like, okay, what is the all that is in the one? Like, I looked on here and it just says directions, you know, apply it on your nail like a top coat. And I was like, okay, but what is it? Like, what is so special about this? What is the all? Please tell me. So I looked at this, doesn't tell me. And so I went to their website and it says it is a high shine top coat for long lasting manicures, which I'm like, cool, great. That's good for top coat. But it says it contains UV filters to prevent nail color from fading. What? What? Like, is your nail polish getting sunburned out here? How much time are you guys spending in the sun? Because, I'm not spending that much time in the sun, I'll tell you that. Do you need UV protection? Like, I've heard of gel changing colors on your nails when it's exposed to certain chemicals in like your shampoo, or even like I've seen people put sunscreen on and it changes the color of their nails. But I've never heard of the sun affecting polish while it's on your nail. Like, I know to keep polish out of direct sunlight in the bottle, you know, it shouldn't be prolongedly exposed. Prolongedly? I don't think that's a word. It shouldn't be exposed to the sun for prolonged periods in the bottle because it'll bleach the color, it'll change the color, it'll distort the formula, that sort of thing. But I've never heard of it happening in the time that you're wearing it on your nail. So I just thought, like, that was weird. That was a weird thing. However, I know that in the past I have really dogged on Orly's top coats. I've not liked, aside from the matte top coat, I think there's not a single top coat I've received from Orly that I've liked. Love their base coat. Their base coat is like the only base coat I use. I love it so much. But top coats I've just never gotten along with. I find them to be very thin and they're not very protective for me. Other people really like them. Not for me. So this one I went in with a full bias. I was like, whatever, like sunscreen for my nails. It's going to be thin and I'm going to hate it. And you know what? It was thin to apply. It's not like this thick kind of, you know how like most glossy top coats, like the Glisten and Glow one, they're quite thick. They're really plump. And when you put it down, they're kind of viscous. And so they don't spread out super fast on your nail. Like, that's not this. This one is kind of watery when you put it on. So you need to, less is more with this one. Don't put on too much right off the get-go because it's gonna flood your cuticles 9 times, Hillary. But even though it's thin in consistency, I don't think it looks thin on the nail in the way that the other ones I had did. Like the other ones, they sank into my ridges. I have very ridgy nails and you could see every ridge. It didn't matter what I was wearing. They're so thin. This one is thin in consistency, but it's very glossy and it doesn't show off all my ridges. And honestly, I was very impressed that Orly finally got me with one of their top coats. I was like, I really like this. It's nice. I'm not going to repurchase it because I have my favorites. And I will say it's not the quickest drying. It doesn't advertise itself as a quick dry. So it definitely wasn't drying down as fast as a quick dry top coat does. But it also didn't dry as slowly as a non-quick dry top coat. I put this on and within maybe an hour, I would say that my nails were safe to my comfort level. And I didn't wake up with sheet imprints all over my nails, so that's a good sign. I don't think that this is a bad top coat. I think this is a pretty good top coat. Oh, it does say that it is a quick dry on their website. So it's not the fastest quick dry, but it does dry faster than I had expected. And I don't think that it has toluene or however the heck toluene, I don't know how you say that word. I will never say it correctly. It doesn't have that in it, I don't believe, which I think is something that, you know, a lot of people like to avoid. Not me. Put those chemicals into my body, please. But yeah, I think that this would be a good alternative. I mean, obviously do your own research because I'm not well versed on that because I've never like worried about it for myself. So I did like it. The one thing about this though is like, I just feel like, I don't know if it's just because of the ratio of the the cap because it's a thinner cap than the regular Orly bottles. But like the ratio of like how thin the cap is to the length of the stem of the brush, it felt weird. It felt weird to use. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It's probably just me. So yeah, did I like this box? No, but that's okay. I'm just gonna keep doing a lot of this. It's not to say that this box wasn't up to the standard of typical Orly fashion. The polishes, I didn't have any issue with them. As far as quality goes, it's just the finish. It's literally just the finish for me. I didn't like the finish, and the stickers made me so mad that they're $7.50, even though I didn't pay $7.50 for them. I just feel like that's unreasonable for nail stickers. But yeah, let me know what you thought of this box. If you're somebody who really does like these metallic-y shimmers, let me know your thoughts on them. And do you have that like bubbling issue that I had with the teal? Because I don't know what the heck that is. It always happens with at least one. I don't know why. And yes, that's it. Let me know. Did you love it? Did you hate it? How do you feel about the sticker situation? Let me know. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.